So I asked some YouTube friends of mine with a penchant for VHS tapes to watch some clips I put together from TV and movies, from the US and from Europe. So let's see if this trip down memory lane brought them to tears and see how they react. So first up is the Mom and Pop Video Shop.
Hey, it's Joel and Tyson from Mom and Pop Video Shop here on YouTube. And per the request from Gareth, we are going to watch a video about video stores, I believe. I have not looked at this per his directions, and neither is Tyson. Tyson really hasn't seen this. And
Nope.
we're gonna have it here on screen with us. I'm gonna hit play. All right.
Perfect.
Speaking parts, 1989. I guess we're supposed to be reacting maybe to the movies that are playing. Oh, After Dark video. Okay. I don't recognize this. I don't know if you do.
So are these video stores from movies?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
so. Yes,
All
that's what I'm. So I guess we're supposed to, if we've seen them. Oh wait, hold on. She looks familiar to me. I am loving the vibe of this place, though. I don't know how much she's wanting us to talk over this, but I'm going to probably just keep talking until. Okay, all right. I guess we're just focusing on her in the video. I do love. Oh, Spinal Tap.
Oh, I see Firestarter. I see Firestarter.
Oh, okay. We're reacting.
And FX.
I just saw FX as well.
Now all I'm looking is at the movies in the back.
What is the hookers?
I saw Predator.
I see hookers on something. And she is looking. Okay, we're going. This whole scene looks familiar to me. But
I've never seen this movie that I know of, but
this clip looks very, very, very familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. All right. So let's see here. I don't. Obviously, she wants something, and he is not providing it. What kind of video store clerk is this? I saw Dead Zone. She's obviously went to the adult section.
I can smell the clamshell cases.
Yeah, the
right?
plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. People just randomly showing up in the store.
Yeah.
It's
It's Friday night.
That's right. It's so funny because everyone always talks about video stores, and everybody was like communal, and they talked, but you notice no one's talking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Watching the Detectives from 2007. Maybe this is just. What's that?
Isn't that a Elvis Costello song?
I don't. Maybe. Sure, we'll go with that. Prison movies.
Watching the Detectives. I think it's an Elvis Costello song.
Is that?
But I don't know anything about the
Is
series.
that Jason Sudeikis?
Maybe.
It looks like
And that other guy from what's his name?
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
And she looks familiar too. Is that Lou?
Is that Lucy?
That's a Lucy Liu. I think
it is.
Holy crap!
I have no idea what this movie is. But now
I know.
watch it.
This is kind of awesome. Yeah, Gareth is like, I did this to expose your lack of movie knowledge.
How dumb we are in America.
Yeah.
Watch any of this exactly.
This is actually cool. I guess these are both indie pictures.
I dig that. I mean, if we're reacting to the video store layouts and whatever, that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. Now this looks familiar. It's either a Hollywood video or a movie gallery.
This hurts my heart. Sorry, the dog's. I'm gonna mute this.
Yeah. Mute Janie from. Let's see. I wonder what they're gonna do. Are they gonna do something naughty in the bathroom? Blonde goddess. It's one of those sections.
A behind the beaded curtain.
Yeah. I saw Toxic Avenger. Oh, what? Yeah.
Oh, they got a red curtain.
Yeah, just like us.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. I'm actually after we're done here, I'm gonna look up these movies.
Yeah, so far I haven't seen any of these.
The first one looked familiar. The actors did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, yeah, obviously they do too, but in the context of what we were seeing them in, this doesn't look familiar to me at all.
So I can say I've never been in a video store that had like a lounge area.
No, I don't think I ever
with
would.
The couch and stuff.
If it was a mom and pop type joint, it was way too small for that.
Yeah.
And they just had movies and racks like this. It wasn't as fancy as the one they were in earlier, the movie gallery or the Hollywood video. It wasn't a blockbuster. It had color scheme. It's not a blockbuster. So, yeah, W.C. Field, Andy.
If I'm being honest, like if we're talking about our true emotions right now,
yeah,
and I think Gareth would want us to,
Yes, that's good.
It makes me sad, man. Like I see that. I mean, I miss it. You know what I mean? It's the same feeling I get. I mean, that feeling you get when we like go to a Viper video or something where you're just in a
video store.
commercial space.
Now,
like,
this one
of
we
course,
know. This one,
exactly.
you found the Americans could finally get behind.
It's nothing personal.
It's a blockbuster. Yeah, it's totally a blockbuster. Yeah. The blue and the yellow gives it away whether they showed the sign or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny because I remember, and I don't know if you do or not, people like really hated on Blockbuster a lot because it was so corporate and mainstream, and like it went out of business a lot of the mom and pops. So
it's the girl of my dreams, starring as stars you. So we talked about Blockbuster for me, man. It was it's not that I hated it. It's just I literally grew up in such a podunk area. The closest Blockbuster was at least an hour away from me.
Oh wow, yeah, Scarlett Johansson and Thora Birch, man. Look at Scarlett Johansson. Dear Lord, she's a kid. Yeah, Ghost World. This is a good movie.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's an indie. Yeah, it's one of those like. It has more was even though it came out in 2001, it has a '90s vibe to it in a lot of ways. It has an indie vibe.
Yeah.
From that era. Ed TV. Oh yeah, with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson. Remember that one? Was it Ron Howard? I think Ron Howard worked for that. I remember that. Yes. Video store. I think Jurassic Park standee behind him. Oh yeah, that's cool. I love that camera. Actually, the camera I shot my first movie with. The Black Lagoon. Very cool.
I know we've got no audio from the movie, but I'm pretty sure he's saying something like, all right.
I like the Ghost.
It's be a fantastic time maybe for me to take my shirt off. I don't know. Talk to Mr. Soderbergh. Maybe go down to Texas, have a barbecue.
Oh man. And these guys also look familiar as character actors, but I'm not him so much. The guy behind the camera behind Kanye looks familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Ed TV. All right, Vertigo.
I see the Vertigo poster. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good poster.
You tell what nerds we are. All we pay attention to is shit in the background.
Clerks.
Posters.
Clerks, man. I just listened to an interview with Kevin Smith on Theo Vaughn's podcast. It was really good. Oh yeah, this is great. My buddy Dan introduced me to Clerks, and the massive Kevin Smith fan.
I was much older before I saw Clerks.
Really, I was in high school. It was like because this came out basically my senior year, I think.
I think I was well into my 20s.
Yeah, it's a good movie though to see when you're late teens, early 20s. It fits that era of your life. It's funny. It's like I know there's the video store next to the convenience store in this, and that's where Randall works. But in my mind, whenever you say Clerks, I just think of the convenience store. I don't really think of the video store as much. It's because it's in black and white too, so you don't quite get the
exactly
topping. You know what's funny? They went to a corporate video store. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, and I forgot about this. I didn't remember him doing this. Oh man. Leader. I know the title.
Yeah, I know the title. I don't think I ever saw it. I don't think I saw it.
We're going past over the tops of tapes here. I can tell that. The spines are whipping by us. Identify them as they go. Fast, go. He's trying to test our knowledge. Did you see any you recognized?
Not a one.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not near that good.
I'm seeing. Let's see here. Okay, come on.
Prince Tights.
Oh, 99. No, Stuart Little didn't come out yet. I don't know. Okay.
Dude, this is a labyrinthine. Is that Mads Mikkelsen?
Yes. Holy crap, bro. This may not be the movie I thought it was. I thought it was something
And he's wearing a Plan 9 from Outer Space t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
How have I never seen this either?
Yeah. Wow.
That's a cool freaking joint, though. Look, I mean.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is like a mom and pop right here. Does Hills have eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, he's holding Hills. Oh, that's great. I'm assuming, and I bet you know what this is, Peter.
Peter.
Peter would know what this is. Yeah,
for sure.
Because I think based on the titles, I think this must be a. What's he? Mads? What is his? Is he? He's not Swedish. Is he Danish? Like Peter?
Something.
Yeah, something like that.
Peter would know.
Peter would know. Yeah, man.
That's a cool setup. I dig it. You know what? To me, this is a cool setup. If you were to, and maybe, like, I don't even know what Bleeder's about. Again, I recognize the title, but wouldn't this make for an awesome set if you were shooting a horror movie in a video store?
Oh yeah.
Like, can't you see like how that it's all?
It reminds me of the video store Peter worked at. Not that I know, because Peter was living in Sweden at the time, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a couple pictures, and this is the vibe I get.
See, I'd never been in one that was like where you get that real crowded, almost used bookstore feel. Like that's what I get. And they're so this looks more bookstore to me. Everything I saw growing up, mom and pop wise, was just an open with a couple runners of shelves, in the middle, and then obviously all the walls were covered. But
yeah. I know what section of the store they're in.
They're in the dirty room.
Yeah, buddy. Behind the beaded curtain, behind the saloon doors. And I bet you don't recognize any of those titles, right, Tyson?
Not a single one. I'm trying to, though.
Man, this whole movie takes place in a video store.
I know, dude. We got to see this. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Gareth. If nothing else, we gotta.
For making us look like chumps that so far Last Action Hero is the only movie we've recognized.
I know, Ghost World. I knew Ghost World. No, and at TV. We knew at TV.
All right.
Animal something.
Yeah, again, man, this whole experience is bittersweet for me.
Yeah.
Just simpler times, man, right? Like,
yeah. I love all the big box stuff too.
Yeah.
I feel like something bad's about to happen to Mads. If one out a gun or something else. Look at that call. I don't know. Is he trying to tempt Mads with his revolver to do something, or?
Oh, he's probably saying like, "Look, I'll give you this for every copy of Prince of Tides you have in the store."
So basically for nothing, because I feel like Mads would not have Prince of Tides. Pain. I don't know what Pain is, unless it's like a dirty movie. And
it looks like we're still in the dirty room.
It does kind of look that way, yeah.
Balls. I saw Balls to the Wall 23. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, like at the 2:00. Balls to the wall. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Peter probably knows what it is.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got other cool clamshells. He's like, "Get out of the porn section, you weirdo." All right. That store's crowded. The fact they don't have anything facing outward. It's all time.
It makes my anxiety go like this is one of those where I don't know where to start.
Yeah, I would feel like exhausted walking through there because my eyes.
We've talked about that before. We've been in a few video shops and definitely bookstores, man. Where if it's set up like this, I just go in and I go.
It feels overwhelming. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I feel like it'd be funny if this whole thing is just the rest of the thing is just this movie because it takes place in a video store. I'm curious. I legitimately gonna look this
What I love is that, you can tell this is a actual video store. No way did they, at least I wouldn't think they built this in a set.
I know this movie, JB. Kind of Rewind. I remember this with Jack
Black.
Course. Yeah. Nose deaf. He's a good actor. He's a really good actor. I don't think that was blackface. I think I don't remember though. To be fair, it's been a while since I've seen the movie.
Yeah, I see Jaws and I saw Face Off.
Let's see here.
Independence Day.
Yeah. This one has the videotape facing outward, so it's not quite as overwhelming. I haven't seen this in a while though. It's been a minute since I've seen this movie. Probably since about the time it came out.
Yeah.
TV. That's funny. There's MTV on the shelf. We just.
I can't tell if that was Bone Collector or Deja Vu. It was definitely a Denzel movie.
Gotcha.
What year is this? 2008. So yeah, it could have been either one of those, I guess.
Yeah, it could have been. I'm gonna turn the volume down.
Is there a deli? Is that a deli counter in the video store too?
Almost. Well, it could be a display case. That's why I've got one here in the shop because you could have a display case. I did look like a deli counter. You are right.
I kind of wish you'd put a deli counter in the shop.
Clearance sale. Oh boy, Love Jones. I Love Jones. Let's see here. What section is that? It's hard to tell. Was he? I can't tell. He's playing on the screen in the background.
It's so funny seeing all this together. Like again, I don't hate, but it's just this natural dislike of the corporate layouts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Remote control. For a second there, I was thinking of the MTV TV show Remote Control.
Yeah. No, I've never seen it. I know the title, but I've never seen this either.
Huh. Is that
That's Kevin Dillon.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Witness. Oh, look at the
Witness.
standees.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love that from the standees.
Oh, this is awesome. We're gonna get the whole walking shot to the whole joint.
Yeah. Jeff Lieberman. I know what that is. Didn't he do is it Blue Sunshine? Oh, and that's she was in Just One of the Guys and April Fool's Day. And I'm brain farting on her name.
Yeah.
I know her. She played Deborah. I think it was Deborah, right? In Just One of the Guys. I love Just One of the Guys. And Friday the 13th. Was she in a Friday the 13th?
7?
Was it?
Maybe.
I don't know.
No.
I feel like she was in, I know she was April Fool's Day. Was she in no Friday the 13th movies? Maybe not. Maybe it's just April Fool's Day. Maybe I'm just cross-pollinating her with like April Fool's Day and El Cid. She's in the drama section. Get out of that section.
Speaking of drama, Johnny Drama from I forget you haven't seen Entourage, have you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you should watch Entourage.
I see Gone with the Wind behind them. Definitely in the drama section. Classic. North Romance. Huh. And they got like outside with those movie posters, looks like a movie theater.
Yeah, that's a giant store, right?
Yeah, really. Open 10 to 10.
Who would have thought back in the day, like, if you worked at a video store, like someday, that's a risky business. Someday people would talk about it as being probably one of the coolest jobs.
Yeah.
And now it's completely extinct, except for you and I, of course.
Of course. Yeah, I saw the poster for Nomads with Pierce Brosnan.
Magic,
nice.
And
I missed it. I couldn't tell what it was. I really hope we're doing what Gareth wanted. I'm just sort of randomly reacting.
Oh, I know. Now I'm just trying to spot as many movies as I can. I think that's the same jacket he wore in The Blob. What do you think?
It looks very similar, yes. His hair was longer, though, more of a mullet. Well, Lady in Red. See the Lady in Red in the back. It's Police Academy.
Sure is that Gremlins?
I don't know.
It makes you wonder, like,
yeah, I haven't seen that in forever. Is that the Crackdown? Is that the Crackdown Death Wish 4?
I don't remember.
He was in L.A. Yeah,
they all run together. So my wife has a total thing for Charles Bronson, but like this Charles Bronson, not even like young Great Escape Charles Bronson. It's like Death Wish 4 Charles Bronson. Dude, that's the thing. I swear, I think that's the one that. That's the one I think my buddy Jake had. It might have been from the first one though. Might have been even older.
Oh, look at this poster.
Look at the posters. Dude.
Oh my God! It's somebody like at that point, no one cared. No one was thinking about any of that. Get mattering. Take them out, Chuck. Oh. Married Children. Oh, that's okay. Here we go. Now we're in my wheelhouse. Love and marriage. I should do that for the.
So I married an axe murderer.
I saw that. Yep. Oh, Dutch.
Oh, that's funny.
Free video. That's hilarious. I remember this episode, dude. I remember that. I used to watch this with my dad. My dad felt a kinship with Al Bundy.
Is there an armed guard in this video store?
Yeah.
Dude, why don't we have an armed guard at Mom and Pop's?
We don't need one. This juncture. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. Show some more cool stuff. Let's see what we got here. Trying to see what this. I always like trying to figure out what the boxes are.
Is it fast? Is that Fast Times up front?
Could be. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like it might be. I don't know. It's hard to tell on my screen. It's kind of small.
I couldn't tell what the. What's the Chevy Chase where he's a secret agent with Jack Palance?
Is it Cops and Robbers?
Cops and Robbers. Robertsons, yeah.
Robertsons, yes. Something like Cops and Robbers, yeah. Sad that I remember that. Oh, see, they're having to arrest somebody for. I think they put something in her bag. I think that's what they did. They framed her somehow. They did something to her. I don't remember.
So that she could steal the.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I vaguely remember this episode. Oh, I think it's supposed to be Dempsey and Makepeace. He told me this is the one, Dempsey and Makepeace. As in, I guess, Chris Makepeace, or maybe it's the name of the movie.
I am completely clueless on this one. I see Rocky.
This is a low budge, I'm going to assume, UK movie from, I'm guessing, the 80s.
This dude's giving me Nick Cage vibes.
Yeah, a little bit of Nick Cage or Vernon Wells, maybe. For some reason, I picture a little Vernon Wells. League of Gentlemen, not Extraordinary Gentlemen, just League of Gentlemen.
Oh, is this the newer one?
I don't know. That doesn't look new to me.
Is that Oscar? I saw the Oscar poster.
Oh, The Great White Hype with Samuel L. Jackson. Dumb and Dumber. So this is the 90s, early 2000s, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it could be something more modern. They just made it look like. I don't know. Swamp Thing.
Is that The Professional, maybe?
Oh, Lost Boys. Oh, I remember. Yeah, Max Video.
Yeah, Max Video Store is awesome.
It's very 80s. But it's like 80s the way people think the 80s actually were, even though most of the places weren't. It's cool looking.
Yeah. What a cool place, though, right on the boardwalk.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's why I say I think there are a few places still in the world, I think, that you could still have a thriving videos. Well, we talked about doing that, too, one of these days. Is we know that there are a handful of rental stores still alive. You know what I mean?
Fisher King, Rob Williams, Jeff Bridges. Which, by the way, never seen. That's one of those. I think we were going to cover in Retro Movie Geek. We never got around to it. I've just never seen it. I know it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's what's her name from Hocus Pocus?
Kathy Najimy.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. No offense, Miss Najimy. I'd rather see the tapes here. Let's go. Come on. What we got? Nope. That Mercedes Rule? I haven't seen her. Is she Amanda Plummer?
I can't tell. It's
Amanda Plummer.
Freezing up a little bit. Oh yeah, it is freezing up a little bit on me.
Yeah.
I'm feeling bittersweet sadness again.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah, because a double whammy.
Williams.
Double whammy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's Mercedes Rule. That's cool. But...
Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just trying to spot movies.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Yes. The Scream store where Randy works. Everybody's a suspect.
I feel like this could be
I know Mother's Boys is in the background of one of these with Jamie Lee Curtis. I know Mother Boys Stand B. They may have already shown it. I know you could see that at one point.
What's that one with E.T.'s mom? She turns into a...
Oh, yeah. Yes, exactly. The Howling, the horror section. Oh, yeah. I love this. You think I got it? Yeah, there it is. There, the one with E.T.'s mom, the horror section. Everybody's a suspect. They watch Prom Night. They save time. Save time right there.
Yeah.
Everybody's a suspect. There is Mother's Boys. I told you.
Yeah.
I may have seen this movie a couple times too many. Awesome. All right, cool. Let me hide that.
Awesome. Cool, man.
Gareth, thank you for inviting us to do this. I hope we did it the way you wanted. I guess we'll find out. But this has been Tyson and Joel from Mom and Pop Video Shop signing off.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Joel and Tyson. Up next is arch nemesis Alucard. Unfortunately, the video he's watching doesn't have the correct labels for the films, so apologies, Al, but I fixed them now in this video.
What's up, fiends? Alucard here, and I'm here to talk about video stores. All right, After Dark video. Let's see what we got here. All right. This is clips from different movies, I believe, and I'm just going to react to them for Gary. I do remember stores like these when I was a kid. There was one called ZM Video that we used to go to as a kid. It was pretty fun. I don't remember creepy managers. Let's see. She's browsing. Spent a whole lot of time browsing these mom and pop shops back in the day. You know, kind of had to. Oh yeah, there you go. The creepy clerk. Yeah. There was either a creepy clerk or like a very old man or old woman or old man and woman couple usually there. When I was a kid, I usually had that couple. It's like old guy and old lady who ran the shop. Yeah, so make that weird little effect. I don't know if that's in the movie or Garrett did that. Oh yeah, Friday nights was just like this. Yep. Couldn't like get around them and squeeze in. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. Gumshoe video. All right. Let's see, prison movies. Oh, I like that Dracula standee right there. I do remember a few standees. Nothing was as cool as that though. And this kind of reminds me of when I worked at wasn't a video rental store. It was a store that sold VHS and DVD. Yeah, I'm that old. Anyway, yeah, the shelves look kind of very much like this. I did not have any loosey loose coming in the store though, unfortunately. Okay, wait, I have to pause it for a second. All right, let's go back for just a second here. Yeah, no, not this part. Okay, this part. Yeah. Okay, so I actually do have a story about the outside of the video store I worked at. This was the rental video store. It was a day I was off, thank goodness, but an old lady who could not see ran into the front of the store, and there was a gigantic hole, and they had to deal with it the rest of the day. They eventually came and they put up this like fake wall. So by the time I got to work the next day, there was a fake wall, and I was like, "Wait, what the hell just happened?" Yeah, it was pretty funny. I do remember though, like, drunken people outside because we stayed open till I think it was midnight during the week, and then 1 or 2 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. So yeah, we definitely got some weirdos, especially at night. Come on, guys. There you go. Now our store did not have an adult section. There was a video store that did, kind of on the other side of town. Yeah. Westerns were never really big, not down here in New Orleans at least. However, now I know a few people that are really into Westerns. So there you go. It kind of goes in waves. Is that W.C. Fields back there? It's an interesting standee. See, I wish this room looked like this. Like, yeah, I have these, but I wish it looked a little more like this. Be organized a little better, maybe. Because right now I got crap everywhere. So this would be nice. Go Blockbuster. I did not work at Blockbuster. I worked at Hollywood Video, which was their big competition. Oh, so that's just in the movie. Is that? Oh, is this like Last Action Hero or something? And in the alternate universe where Sylvester Stallone was the Terminator. Ghost World. I also like this movie. It's weird. Yeah, see, I'm glad my store did not do this like color coded, same look on all the videos. Like that used to drive me nuts when I went to a video store like that. My video store didn't do that. I'm very thankful that we didn't go that route. All right, this looks like a Blockbuster too, kind of. Ooh, I like that creature from Black Green. No, we didn't. We had a couple of minor celebrities come in, and when I mean minor, I mean like local celebrities. So like, yeah, nobody outside of New Orleans would know who any of these people are. But one night we did have a fairly major Zydeco artist come in. So, and he always came at about 9 o'clock at night with his wife, and they always rented some stuff. And he was just the nicest guy, though. Like he was very. I always like seeing him. I've never seen people clamoring like never, not once. Clerks, the ultimate video store movie. Yeah, Randall's ordering all this stuff on the phone. Yeah, so like I said, I worked at Hollywood Video, so it was more of a corporation. So we didn't have to order stuff. Stuff just automatically came. But we did have people like outside hanging out a lot. Nobody as fun or as entertaining as Jay and Silent Bob, but just kind of regular riffraff, I guess you could say. Although I wouldn't mind seeing Scrappy Pappy Hero Pup. Oh yeah, this is when they take the trip to the big, yeah. It's like, oh, yeah. That's a great moment. Yeah. This reminds me of flea markets and the used book sales. That's what that part just reminded me of. Oh, tripping out, bro. Alright, that just needs to stop. That's annoying. There we go. Okay. Now we got a decent shot. Alright, yeah. Now this very much what ZN Video looked like when I was a kid. You kind of walk in and it's just like a wall of freaking tapes. And then I also had like a downstairs, which is rare here in Southeast Louisiana. It's very rare for any kind of basements or anything because we're below sea level, so typically don't do that because they flood. But yeah, ZN Video actually had like a little downstairs thing. It was kind of neat. It was like, oh, it's like being in the basement. That's where all the horror stuff was, by the way, in the basement. Yeah, it was all the good stuff. Oh yeah, and there was always like the guy that always thought he knew every movie ever. Yeah. That never changed. That was when I was a kid to when I started working at one. Yeah, they always had a guy that always thought he knew everything. And then after a while, I probably became that guy. So me and a couple other friends we all kind of like knew, between the three of us, like we kind of just knew everything. Man, see, I'd have a good time in this store. Oh well, yeah. Of course I said that and it goes to the adult stuff. But, I said that before they got there. So like, you always feel creepy going into that section too. Like you kind of open the thing like real slow and you're like, should I be in here? So yeah. And yes, people trying to incessantly talk to you while you're trying to put tapes away. I used to have this big giant stack. I used to like do this and like put my chin under it and go carry it over because we didn't have any carts or anything at the place, so we had to carry it over all the way to the wall and then start putting them up. Yeah. You ever had anything this intense go on? At least not in my store. But I can see some shady stuff happening like this in certain stores, especially stores like this. I like the red too. It's like all moody. You can say, all right, dude, let me put my stuff up. Man, the shelves are like stacked, dude. There's not a whole lot of empty space. Oh, look, I see some stacked sideways. If you look behind me, I got some stacked sideways because I don't have any more room. So I feel you. Feel it. Some of the stairs, yeah. Stare like, who are you? Yeah. I remember those. Be Kind Rewind. Yeah. I like this movie. I thought it was pretty funny. You see, they're on a nice busy street there. The video I worked at was on a pretty busy street too. We were in like a little strip mall. We were on the end. And it was always traffic everywhere. You always had to watch where you walked. especially when you went and checked the bin outside, the return bin. It's like you had to cross the parking lot. So, like, yeah. And the entrance was, like, fairly close to it. So, like, yeah, you always had to, like, watch and make sure that nobody was coming. Woo! Oh, good. Well, that, seeing the woo, the woo thing made me think of so down here, I got to put this in context, I guess. So, down here, you have to realize that a lot of things are mispronounced compared to normal speech by normal people. For example, there's a street in the city. It's spelled just like burgundy, like the color burgundy, but we pronounce it burgundy. I know, yeah. But anyway, so think of that first. So there was this movie that come out, and we kept getting asked for it. And nobody knew what the hell they were asking for because they kept mispronouncing it. Now, the movie is called Trois, three in French. Trois. But all the workers were getting this question. Hey, you got that movie Troy's? So for about 2 weeks, we were all like, what is this Troy's thing? We're like, and this was before the Brad Pitt movie came out, right? Like Troy, whatever. Like this was a couple years before that. So we're like, what is Troy's? So one day we found it returned, and it was Trois 2, I believe it was. I think it was a sequel. Trois 2 Pandora's Box or something. And so about a week later, another guy comes in and he's like, hey, you got that Pandora's Box? I was like, oh, yeah, we got it, buddy. All right, Village. Ooh, this is fancy. It's like a movie theater. Oh, damn. All right. That's pretty awesome. All right, so this layout reminded me of Suncoast, which is the video selling place that I worked at for a little while. Except we didn't have the big marquee and we didn't have all that because we were inside of a mall. So, dude, that hair. Okay, what is with that hair? We used to have a lot of like young adult ladies come in their pajamas, come get a movie late at night, like after 10 o'clock. Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was like a gaggle of them. They'd come in and get like some stupid romantic comedy or something. None of them had hair quite that interesting though. Another cool part is that we could play just about any movie we wanted. But, we kept it the G and PG movies 99% of the time. Except for a weird occasion or whatever. Like sometimes we'd play like The Matrix or something. We'll just turn down the volume so the couple of F words don't impede on anyone's enjoyment. Yes, little kids were always kind of funny in the video store. Didn't have a humongous little kid section, but we did have some pretty decent videos. And we also have video games too. Video games were kind of a pain in the butt because we didn't have a real way to check to make sure that they worked. So if somebody just returned it and was like, "Hey, this doesn't work anymore," we just had to kind of believe them because we didn't have any way to check that, unless they had brought back a game that I had the console for, then I could bring it home and test it. But that rarely happened because I don't think I had any of the consoles. We got Chuck. Yeah, we used to have some tough guys, tough-looking guys come in too. Like, yeah, man, I was looking for war movies or usually action movies. So, Married an Axe Murderer. There you go. That was one of, oh, Lordy. Dutch, love Dutch. I watched Dutch with Video Tasties, by the way. Check that out if you haven't. It's this is kind of meta, isn't it? Anyway, so Matter Next Murder, yeah, that was one of the first Mike Myers movies I ever saw. I think that was the first one I saw after Wayne's World. So Wayne's World, and then I saw that one, and I'm like, oh, this is different. But I still kind of like it. I don't know why. It's weird. See what else we got here. Oh, change the angle on me, of course. 99 cents. And, yeah, I think at the time, oh boy. I think it was 99 cents for the older videos, and the newer videos I think were $2 or $2.50. I think he got it for 3 days or something. It did have candy. The candy that we had was often stale. So, yeah, I didn't get any of it. See some Rockies back there? Good stuff. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Arrest this man now. Man. It's perfectly good CRT TV. So what the hell? Ooh, this one hit upstairs. Thanks. Dumb and Dumber. There you go. 7. Yeah. 7 was a pretty popular title. And I worked with video stores in the early 2000s. So it was still pretty popular. No dogs allowed. Yeah, we did not let any animals in the building, especially Corey Haim. Good. And yes, we also had the people that looked like they didn't know that they were even in existence. So, yeah, I think I remember one guy came in and he just kind of stared. He was kind of like, he stared at everything. Then eventually left. I was like, okay. Oh yeah, luckily we didn't have that. All of ours had backings, so that would not have happened. Thank goodness. Can you imagine if Robin Williams would have walked into your video store? Or any of these people, Jeff Bridges, Mercedes Rowe, like any of these people that would walk in, Amanda Parr, like you'd be like, wait, what? Scream, yeah. This was definitely Blockbuster type place. I was never the biggest fan of Blockbuster. Not because I didn't work for them. It's just that I didn't like the way they did stuff. And like you had to take the tape from behind it. No, I didn't like all that. Like Pilot Video, no, the tape was in the damn thing. So like you wanted it, you grabbed it. If it wasn't there, it wasn't there. You know? So it was like there was no teasing. It was like, no, this is what's here right now. I don't remember any coworkers like freaking out either. All right, so there you have it. My thoughts on the video store video from Video and Tasties. Until next time, adios,
Thanks, Al, I suppose. But up next is Andrew from Planet Hex.
Gareth sent me a video to watch. And you know when someone says, "Here, watch this video," it could be anything, but I trust Gareth. Let's see what this is. Video stores represented in movies? Yeah, I'm game. After Dark video. I'd go there. Oh, you can always smell it, can't you? Video and plastic. That's what I miss. I miss browsing like that. They're not quite the same when you can't grab hold of the videotape. You know, it's just flicking through endless posters on Netflix or Prime or whatever. With a wall of tapes at the back. I always wondered how that worked in my old video store that I used to go to, because the tapes on the codes on the end of the tapes didn't really seem to match any kind of system. Strange, unknown ceremonies at video stores. Every video store needs a mannequin. Watching the detectives, I love this film. Lucy Liu and Cillian Murphy. This is one of my dream places. I love this because it has a place to chill out in. This is a great movie. With Cillian Murphy as a guy playing a guy who has a movie store and always has people around it. I really love the layout of this. You ever think, what movies do movie stars watch? Are they like us? They just watch any old crap? Or do they always watch something brilliant? Very obvious dig at Blockbuster there. This sums up what it was like though when all the mom and pop video stores, where the independent ones went out of business. because of this massive behemoth that was Blockbuster. That, yeah, it had lots of movies, but it didn't have the really interesting ones, and it didn't really have much soul. Still kind of miss it though, because it wasn't a video store. The infamous adult bit. Yeah, I remember in this movie comes out in a selection of costumes and get-ups for various scenarios he's playing out with the Lucy Liu character. It's fun. I don't think that many people have seen it. Yeah, the sofa's at the back. Proper chill out area that you can spend time there, and I love that idea. It's so neat. I guarantee most people's collections aren't that neat. Mine isn't. It's all over the place. All the memorabilia there. Last Action Hero, yes! There you go. It's a Blockbuster. Or at least Blockbuster style. Was it actually Blockbuster? I can't remember. But it took all the that's not got the same sort of feel as one of the smaller places. Still owned as the Terminator. It's not got the same sort of feel as those smaller places that have more personality and more weird films. You're not going to find the random stuff in a Blockbuster. A Blockbuster type by a big chain. Like a supermarket. Ghost World. I love that movie. Again, this is one of those big Blockbuster style ones. Impersonal. It looks more like a Tesco Express than somewhere you would want to go and find decent films. Always happy to see clips from Ghost World, one of my all-time favourites. Oh, EdTV. As much as I prefer the mom and pop ones, it is always good to see video stores in these things. The standees, the posters, the movies face on. I prefer them face on rather than spine on. So you could just take in all the cover art. And it's amazing thinking that these things just don't exist at all now. Apart from places like the 80s Video Shop and a few other things around the world that are still flying the flag for this. These are such a big cultural moment, and they're just gone now. When at one point there was common to say chip shops or, news agents, there'd be a video store, and some like news agents would rent out videotapes. My first ones I rented were from a corner shop that just had a spinner of tapes. Clerks. Now you're talking. The wall of tapes. Again. I'm Randall. See, this was, I first saw Clerks when I was working in retail, and yeah, by God, is it accurate? And I was more Dante than Randall. I wasn't quite as mean as Randall, but yeah, I didn't enjoy it. But that was a comic store, not a video store. I did ask my local video store if I could get a job there, very sheepishly, and they just went, I love seeing those racks. It's so inviting. Does it make you want to go and have a rummage? Again, this is the large competitor, not RSC Video. I'm like that in some places now. Slow down so you can see what's on there. Whenever I see collectors in videos with the huge backdrops of tapes like this, I always try and pick out what I can see in the background. That looks like paradise. You need a chair, dude. You need a chair, and then that's just perfection for me. Add some comics as well. Comic books, chair, a beverage, chicken bucket, that sort of thing. I do appreciate it as well that he's wearing a Plan 9 from Outer Space t-shirt there. I just love the whole thing. I love the membership cards. Love talking to the people behind the counter like they were superheroes to me because they worked in a video store. I know how sad that sounds. I'm fully aware of how silly that sounds, but it was such an appealing thing to me. I'd have Fangoria. I'd have added some Fangoria and some Gorzo in there. starburst and just chilled, watching movies all day. Why did this stuff go away? See all that in there, all the things you see in there, all those titles there. It's like a watch list you've never pruned. I bet there's people watching this that have never pruned their watch list. That sounds like a euphemism. And they appear to be in the perfect place for a euphemism. Just off for a quick euphemism. See, they're missing the adult section curtain there. The curtain, the bead curtain. Nice marker for the sci-fi section. I'd be spending a lot of time in there. I've never seen this, so I will go and check this out, because I want to have a look at what's in the background there. Freeze framing. And when you get videotapes and they'd be worn at the good bits. Pulling a gun on him. What do you mean you don't have Day of the Dead? How dare you? Probably giving him that for the next person that asks him about Titanic. When places like that, indie places, have multiple copies of something, isn't that the sort of thing that suggested that, okay, they've got faith in this, this must be a good one, this is the one that everyone's going to watch? They probably just accidentally ordered 5 of them. Worrying thing is, I actually dressed like that for a while. I had a green jacket and a Plan 9 from Outer Space t-shirt and a green cap for a while. So, old Mads there does appear to be dressed as me. That's quite frightening. All those racks. And the people that would work in them, they would know where most things were. If they had them in any sort of order, they would know where things were straight away, like librarians. You can't rewind. That's a sorry thing to see. The empty racks there, they could have filled those more. I wonder where they sourced them from, whether they were sourced from video stores, or whether they bought out video stores, or they were propped boxes, maybe, or I don't know. Weirdos like us, they must have borrowed them. I mean, there you see Jack Black dressed as your average VHS fan. I can attest to. More hair, though. Respect the films. See, I was always able to get entertainment value out of anything, even if it was terrible. You know? Because people have gone to the trouble of making it, the distributors have gone to the trouble of distributing it, so there must be something about the film that's worth watching. I was proven wrong on many occasions with that, but that's how my mind worked. Although, no, this has come out, it's been released, there's been money spent on it, it's got a cover, it's got its own sticker on it, must be good. A remote control. This would be a weird watch for modern audiences now. Say modern audiences that never experienced video stores, because the references in this are very of their time. That is a gigantic video store. Some of them were, though. Some of them were enormous. It was big business. You know, people could make their livelihood out of renting tapes. That's so odd now. The idea of renting a movie, well, physically, you can rent them online, but renting something physically, going to a place, renting it, taking it and watching it, and then going back again to take it back, just seems crazy. Well, it doesn't to me. It doesn't to us, does it? I still miss it. I miss having the place, just being in that place, because there was a vibe about it. There was a buzz there. You can see with other people walking around, that's how it was. There were other people there trying to choose their own stuff. There was music on, there was trailers going, maybe they had a film on in the corner, and it was just a cool experience. It was a good place to be. I do kind of miss that. So I still enjoy going to like record stores and comic book shops. You still get that vibe there. But I like it that one's got like posters outside like a cinema, rather than just in the window. You're not telling me any kid walked around that section with his eyes shut? No, didn't happen. Returns there. See, that was nice having the postbox idea where you could return tapes when it wasn't open. That was cool. I wouldn't put a CRT up that high. It needs to be on something sturdy for me. That. Death Wish 4. Does this have a scene in it where Charles Bronson's just going looking in a video store at the previous desk with Death Wish movies and thinking, God, I used to be in better stuff? What would Charles Bronson pick? Maybe just Chuck Norris movies. See what the competition was like. They just shot him. That's how bad that film was. Even on a TV budget, they've managed to recreate a video store very well there. It very much reminds me of my comic book store days. I worked in a comic store for 9 years, and it was that sort of vibe where you would get people coming in and saying, can you recommend such and such? And you try and think of something that would fit what they've asked for. Snacks on the counter. Yep, they've done their research there. The snacks on the counter. And off goes Al. The promised land. Chevy Chase, Bill. Dempsey and Makepeace. So this is more than likely, this was a British TV show, this is more than likely a real video store. Yeah, that's not a location, that's a real one. The players at the back, you could rent the players, of course. You could rent video players. You could rent VCRs from someplace. Like Rumbelows and so on. You could rent the sets, you could rent the players. He's really not pleased with watching Police Academy 7. League of Gentlemen. Oh, there's video store scene in Royston Vasey, of course. How many killings? In terms of killings, would Richard I outdo, say, Predator? Loads of killings. Hold my hands up, I was absolutely one of these people for many, many years. Lost Boys. You know, revered, much loved, and rightly so. It's a great movie. I loved the wall of TVs there. I would love the challenge of watching a movie on all those TVs at once. It's so of its time, that. The wall of TVs was a very era-specific thing, wasn't it? It was a very 80s thing. Look at all the technology we have before the era of everything getting smaller. Pushy assistants in video stores. That was something I never experienced. Is that Kathy and Jimmy? I mean, when I generally went in video stores, they were very cool. And by very cool, I mean they couldn't be bothered. They just wanted to relax a lot of the time. And I get that. Probably what gave them their mystique of being, you know, uber nerds. Spinners. The first ones I rented were from Spinner, like I say, in a corner shop. Day of the Dead, Trick or Treat, and Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. That was how I started. And it's just been downhill from there. Hooray for video stores! Of course. Of course, a Scream. Great movie. I know they had to do it in a big place to show the scale of it and how popular things were, and it's full of movie references, but again, it's a blockbuster style one, so no soul. Not enough dog-eared copies of, you know, Extro or Bogeyman in there. But still, lovely. It's still a great big hit of nostalgia. It's terrible meeting Matthew Lillard in a video store though, so you just go on, do the Shaggy laugh from Scooby-Doo. Say zoinks.
So thanks Andrew and Joel and Tyson and Al. So subscribe to their channels, and thank you for watching. Here ended the lesson.